Around 100,000 migrants scheduled to be deported from Germany may soon be granted amnesty under draft plans drawn up by the country's open borders government. Large swathes of failed asylum seekers residing in Germany who are currently waiting to be deported from the Central European nation are soon to be granted the legal right to stay under new plans being drawn up by the country's open borders government. While in some ways not as forgiving as a near-blanket amnesty currently in operation in fellow EU nation-state Ireland, the plan could nevertheless see up to around 100,000 people granted permission to stay in the country, despite initially being found by the country's officials to have no legal right to do so. According to a report by Der Spiegel, the draft bill is set to be presented by the country's leftist Interior Minister Nancy Faeser, a woman infamous for writing for an Antifa-linked publication and trying to censor channels on Telegram. Under the plan as seen by the publication, migrants who have had their asylum claims rejected but have yet to be deported from Germany for a period of 5 years or longer will be made eligible for a 1-year probationary residence permit. Should those granted this permit manage to prove that they are sufficiently proficient in the German language and are able to secure their livelihood, they will subsequently be granted the long-term right to stay. Der Spiegel reports that recent statistics point to there being over 100,000 migrants in Germany who meet the basic criteria of the proposed scheme. However, unlike an illegal immigrant amnesty implemented in Ireland earlier this year, the publication notes that failed asylum seekers with criminal backgrounds will not be considered eligible for the German plan, even if they have managed to stick out the prerequisite 5 years or longer without deportation. This intelligibility will also extend to those who have reportedly given German authorities false information in regards to their identity, seemingly in the hopes of dodging deportation. As a result, this means that it is ultimately unknown as of yet how many failed asylum seekers will be able to take advantage of this plan. Minister Faeser has also meanwhile included a commitment to increasing the consistency of criminal migrant deportations from the country within the migrant amnesty plan, something Der Spiegel attributes to the leftist politician trying to cut off criticism from the right. In particular, the departure of criminals and dangerous people must be carried out more consistently. Der Spiegel reports the draft law as reading. Should this promise actually translate into greater deportation efforts from Germany, that would also represent a significant divergence from fellow amnesty aficionado Ireland, which has seen criminal deportations crash since the country's Justice Minister Helen McEntee assumed office. The mastermind behind the country's near-blanket amnesty for illegal migrants, including those with criminal records, McEntee saw deportation numbers for non-EU criminal migrants drop from over 100 in 2019 to only 5 in 2021.